Hi guys, welcome back to Reading the Word and Understanding the Bible verse. Today I read 1 Colossians chapter 7 and chapter 8. And in chapter 7, what I find interesting and what stood out to me most is in chapter 7, it's talking about marriage. How a husband should be towards his wife and a wife should be towards her husband. And so it's talking about how when you do get married, how there is going to be lack of self-control, and how sin is easy to get into a marriage, and how sin works, and you could just it's really proven that when you do get married, life is harder. It's more of a challenge. But there's benefits of getting married. You get to be with your spouse, and you get to worship the Lord together. Not only separate, but you get to come together in prayer, and you get to cry out to the Lord together. You get to worship together. That's something that's really awesome that I see in YouTube couples that I watch on YouTube that are born again Christians, is that they cry out to the Lord together. They come out and worship the Lord together. And I think that's something that is really interesting that I look forward to when I get married one day, is to find a wife who wants to cry out to the Lord together with me, and who wants to read the Bible with me, and who wants to grow a relationship to the Lord, not only separate, because God says it's good for us to pray separate and then come together and work in our prayer relationship to come together. So it's good to pray. For a husband, it's good for a husband to pray separate, and it's good for a wife to pray separate, because we still have our individual lives to walk through. So we still need that personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and it's good for a marriage to come together and to realize that to come together in prayer, and to come together and have that equally strength. See, when God says it's also good for a man to stay single, if he could stay single, just like Jesus was, if he could stay single and not have that sin temptation on him, and have that and he has that self-control of himself to know that it's better to stay single, then it's better for him to stay single, because he has devoted himself to the Lord. And to me, I know one day I will get married, and one day I will have a wife, and I'm hoping and praying for my wife that she has a strong relationship with the Lord, just as I do, just as I'm growing daily in the Bible, and understanding that as I read the Bible, it not only teaches me how to walk with the Lord, but it also teaches me how to lead, hopefully in the future one day, to lead my family, to be able to read my Bible to my kids, just like my dad read the Bible to me. So that way they understand from a young age that the Bible is life, the Bible is living, the Bible is living. I remember reading the Bible at a young age, and my dad would ask me, what book do you want to read? And I would always go to either Joseph or Moses. Why? Because I liked Egypt. And I'm interested to find out, when I have a wife, what her favorite thing is in the Bible. What's her favorite chapter in the Bible? And not only that, but if I am blessed to have kids one day, what are they going to be interested in? What are they going to be? When I read the Bible, what's their favorite chapter that they're going to read? Because that's what I love doing about this so much, is that in a marriage, yeah, there's difficulty, but in a marriage, there's so much benefit, because you have somebody to lean on, you have someone to trust on, and you're not just trusting. You're not just feeling like you're by yourself. You have somebody with you. And that's what's really awesome about marriage, is that you come together for not only for a relationship, but you come together because God brings you together. And there's three people who I watch on YouTube who I really look at their marriage and go, wow. And I take notes. As being a single guy, I take notes on watching them and seeing them seeing them develop stronger with the Lord and seeing them grow. One is Nate and Sutton, who I love watching. The other YouTuber is Tori and Chad, who are strong believers in the Lord, who I love watching also. And number three is Jess and Gabe. That all three of these couples who I mentioned have strong relations with the Lord, because they all found their spouse wanting to grow stronger with Jesus, not only together but separate. And that's what God calls us to do. So I pray that you guys realize how important marriage really is. But the most important thing is to come together and cry out to the Lord together. Start praying for your spouse now. I'm praying for my spouse now, that she has a strong will and desire to read the Bible with me daily. Just like these YouTubers have. They have their spouse wanting to read the Bible daily with them and wanting to grow closer to the Lord with them. And I think that's really cool. I think that's what helps you in a marriage, to stay close together. So I pray that you guys have a good day, blessed day. Love you guys, and God bless.